Picture a woman in a patched dress walking down a dusty road with a shiny car waiting at the edge of town.
Wait, back up. Who's watching?
The whole town. Neighbors, windows, the kind of attention that makes a choice public. That's the image people bring up when they talk about fancy.
Welcome back to Ranch Beat. Every country song has a story, and we tell it. I'm Sam, and today we're untangling a song that started as Bobbie Gentry's tight Southern Gothic confession and later became Reba McEntire's theatrical anthem.
And I'm James. Quick facts up front. Bobbie Gentry wrote and first recorded the song in 1969. Album placeholder, insert Bobbie Gentry album/title, year. And Reba's well-known cover arrived in 1990. Album/producer placeholders, insert Reba album title, producer name. We'll flag those spots for verification, but the creative split between these versions is what keeps fancy alive in conversation.
Here's where the argument begins. Bobbie's original reads like a confession. Reba turned it into a spotlighted performance. That choice changes how every single line lands. Let me add, Gentry wrote in a storytelling tradition rooted in Mississippi and Louisiana, where atmosphere and detail carry the moral weight.
Listen to this lyric for a second. The mother tells her daughter to dress in that fine white dress. It's phrased as a lesson, but it's a survival plan. That compression, hope wrapped in necessity, is the engine of the story.
And sonically, Gentry keeps the room small. Piano forward, intimate miking, a smoky hush. It feels like you're leaned in, hearing a secret. Contrast that with Reba's production,
which suddenly turns that secret into a public declaration. Reba swells the arrangement, adds strings and a bigger band, and the narrator becomes a character on a stage. Some listeners hear empowerment. Others hear spectacle.
Let's be clear on credits for the editors. Songwriting credit remains with Bobbie Gentry. Publishing and exact album/producer notes should be verified and slotted where we marked placeholders. Those verified anchors will help when we publish show notes.
There was also a label conversation worth flagging. Story goes that some executives worried Reba's take was too theatrical for country radio.
I'm going to push back on the label hated it line. Labels are full of different opinions. Some executives hesitated, sure, but others saw a promotional moment. We need nuance when we turn anecdotes into narrative.
Fair. And that tension is exactly the point. It wasn't universal rejection. It was a creative negotiation over how raw a country story should appear in a mass market. That negotiation shaped the final performance.
Here's a concrete production note listeners can listen for. In Reba's recorded version, listen to the bridge where strings underline the dramatic turn and percussion pushes a steady, almost march-like pulse. In Gentry's, the bridge recedes. It's a whisper rather than a parade.
And phrasing. Oh man, phrasing. Gentry tucks syllables like somebody hiding in a doorway. Reba stretches vowels and lands consonants like footfalls on a stage. That change alone can flip a lyric from, I'm ashamed, to, I'm claiming this.
But don't you think expanding the arrangement risks flattening the story? If everything's dramatic, nothing feels intimate.
I get that, and sometimes it does. But in performance terms, Reba used theatricality to force a conversation. When she pauses after a line, the audience decides whether to applaud or stay silent. That silence is part of the meaning.
That live moment you describe is crucial. Reba's awards show and stadium versions add costume and spoken lines. They transform the song into pageant and parable. For many fans, that turned fancy into a triumph anthem. For others, it felt like it softened the tragedy underneath.
Let's talk about the title. Fancy is a name, a promise, and a role. The mother gives her daughter that name as both armor and instruction. It's brilliant compression. One word holds class aspiration, performance, and a survival contract all at once. Next time you hear it, listen to how the name functions like costume and character.
And the controversy circles back to social context. Listeners debate whether the song romanticizes a survival strategy tied to sex and class. We need to treat that carefully. Both versions ask uncomfortable questions about choice under pressure, and both versions leave room for different readings.
If you've ever been in that situation, you know the odd pride that can come after surviving something humiliating. The song sticks because it reflects messy human compromise, not because it glorifies pain.
For the editors and fact-checkers, please drop in verified anchors, producer names, album credits, and any chart peaks we want to cite. Chart peak placeholder, insert verified chart peak. Those citations will let listeners follow up and give the episode extra credibility.
A couple of fun performance facts before we wrap. Reba would sometimes speak a line in concert before singing it, which turns the track into a miniature theater piece. Audiences loved the drama. Those staging choices are part of why the song changed cultural meaning in the 90s.
And for musicians listening, try a quick A-B at home. Play Gentry's take, note the tucked vowels and intimate piano, then play Reba's and listen for the string swells, the drum push, and the voice in the center of the mix. That side-by-side makes the interpretive choices obvious.
Before this was a hit, it was just an idea in a notebook. That origin matters. Gentry wrote with nuance, and the song survives because it resists a single meaning. People argue about it because it keeps offering new things to hear.
So here's a concrete listening challenge for you. Tell us the single lyric you think Reba changed by phrasing. Paste that line in the comments and say why. Did she turn it into triumph, or did she change the moral center? We'll read our favorites on the next episode.
If you picked up something new today, one tiny detail or one big rethink, hit like and subscribe. And drop that lyric line right now. Name the line, say which version you prefer, and why. We want the one-liner takes we can clip.
Tell us which lands for you, Bobbie's Hush or Reba's Spotlight, and suggest the next country track you want us to unpack. Any country except Thailand.
This is Ranch Beat, where every country song has a story, and we tell it. See you in the next one.